Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? Hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. This is Shahjadi Akter, Assistant Teacher of Science of National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Today, I am going to take a physics class for class 9 students. My dear students, our today's topic, chapter 4, discussion, part 2, our today's lecture number 3 and SW number 2. So, let's start our class. This is chapter 4, work, power and energy. My dear students, in our previous class we have already learned that what is energy and what is kinetic energy. Today at first we will solve some mathematical problem about kinetic energy. Okay, see, at first see the question. Here given a force of 10 Newton is applied on a stationary object of mass 10 kg for 10 seconds. Question number A, what is the kinetic energy of the object? Question number B, calculate the kinetic energy after 20 seconds. And question number C, if the force is applied for 20 seconds, then what is the kinetic energy? Okay, my dear students, now we will solve this mathematical problem. At first write given, here given 10 Newton applied force applied on a stationary object of mass 10 kg. That means the mass of that object m equals to 10 kg. This is stationary object, that means initial velocity it will be 0. So 0 meter per second. Force, applied force is given 10 Newton and time 10 second. Okay, my dear students, now we have to find out what is the kinetic energy. We know kinetic energy Ek equals to half m, it will be Ke. Ek and Ke both are right. Okay, so Ke, kinetic energy Ke equals to half m v square. So at first we have to find out the velocity and and acceleration also, my dear students. So here given the stationary 10 Newton force applied on a stationary object of mass 10 kg for 10 seconds. So the from here we can find out the acceleration F equals to ma, then acceleration A equals to F divided by m. So F given force is 10 Newton and mass is 10 kg. So 1 meter per second square. The acceleration is 1 meter per second square. And after 10 seconds, what is the velocity? So we can write v equals to u plus at. After 10 seconds, velocity will be v equals to u plus at. So v equals to u means 0 plus a 1 and into t means 10 seconds. Okay. So v equals to velocity will be 10 meter per second. Okay, after 10 seconds velocity will be 10 meter per second. So now we use this formula, put the value, m means 10 kg into v means 10 whole square. Here given square, so you have to do write also square. So 5 2s are 10, so 5 into 10 into 10, that means 100. So 500. What is the unit of kinetic energy? The unit of kinetic energy is joules. So this is the kinetic energy after 10 seconds. Okay, my dear students, now question number B, calculate the kinetic energy after 20 seconds. My dear students, see here given a force 10 Newton is applied on a stationary object of mass 10 kg for 10 seconds. So after 10 seconds there is no acceleration and so velocity also unchanged. So there is no kinetic energy after 20 seconds. Okay, so the kinetic energy will be the same after 20 seconds. Now question number B. So question number B, kinetic energy will be same. Kinetic energy will be same after 20 seconds. Okay, now question number C. If the force is applied for 20 seconds, then what is the kinetic energy? So applied for 20 seconds, so after 20 seconds, what is the velocity? We have to find out after 20 seconds the velocity. Velocity u, v equals to u plus at. That means v equals to u means 0 plus a means 1 into t means 20 seconds. So velocity will be 20 meter per second after 20 seconds. Then kinetic energy Ke equals to half m v square. Okay, so half into m means 10 kg into v 20 whole square. So it will be 5 to the 10. So 5 into 20 into 20, that means 400. So it will be 2000 joule. So after 20 seconds, kinetic energy will be 2000 joule. My dear students, I hope all of you have understood this mathematical problem. Now we will solve next mathematical problem. Here given the question, motion is created in a body of mass 10 kg by applying a force. If its kinetic energy becomes 80 joule, then what is the velocity? So right given, here given mass of that object m equals to 10 kg. Here given also the kinetic energy. So kinetic energy Ke equals to given 80 joule. We have to find out the velocity. So velocity v equals to what? My dear students, now we know that formula. Kinetic energy Ke equals to half m v square. So here given kinetic energy is 80 joule equals to half into m means 10 into v square. We have to find out. So 80 equals to 5 to the 10, 5v square. So 5v square equals to 80. Then v square equals to 80 divided by 5. That means 16. So v equals to, here square, it will be root over in that side. Okay. So root over 16. So v equals to root over 4 into 4. 4 4s are 16. So 4 square we can write. So then v equals to square and root over will vanish. So it will be 4 meter per second. Okay, my dear students. So the velocity will be 4 meter per second. This is the answer. Okay, my dear students. Now we will learn that what is potential energy. Okay, what is potential energy? When we discussing work, we said that if a force does a positive work on an object, then energy is generated. When we are talking about kinetic energy, we gave the example of these two. We have shown that by applying a force on an object, if the object moves by a distance, then its kinetic energy becomes half mv square. Now we will give such an example where force is applied and displacement occurs even when no kinetic energy is produced. Suppose a spring is kept on a table as shown in figure, and you apply the force at the free end of the spring by your finger. This is the figure, and compressed it by an amount x, and in such condition none of your hand or spring is in motion, so no kinetic energy is present of them. Any of them, since the direction of applied force and the distance traversed in the same direction, so the work done is positive, and according to the definition of work, here energy is to be created. But what is that energy? Okay, here is nothing is motion, so definitely there is no kinetic energy, and this energy is potential energy. Okay, those of us who have used spring can guess that energy is definitely hidden in the compressed spring, and because of if an object of mass m is kept before the compressed spring and then released, the spring would exert force on it and make displacement, so which means the spring would perform work. So that it is a kind of energy, and even it is not a kinetic energy, so this another form energy. This is the another form of energy, and this type of stored energy is called potential energy. This energy is developed due to the state or position of that object. So my dear students, what is the definition of potential energy? We can write the energy is developed due to the state or position of that object is called potential energy. Okay, memorize properly this definition. Then we can write V equals to half k x square. Okay, now we will solve another mathematical problem. A body of mass 10 kg falls on a spring with a velocity of 10 meter per second. If the spring constant k equals to 1 lakh joule per meter square, what is the compression? My dear students, here given 10 kg of that object, the mass of that object is 10 kg and the velocity is 10 meter per second, and the spring constant k also given. So we can write half mv square equals to half into m means 10 into v means 10. Okay, so 10 square, so it will be 500 joule. The kinetic energy is 500 joule, and this energy will compress this spring, that is half kx square. This is the another formula, and you have to memorize half kx square equals to 500 joule. Then what will be? So see, here we already found the kinetic energy is 500 joule. Okay, so the spring energy kx square equals to 500 joule. Then we have to find out the value of x. So we can write kx square equals to 2 into 500, that means 2 into 500. So x square equals to 2 into 500 divided by k, and the value of k is 1 lakh. Okay, here given. So what is the value of x? What is the value of x? It will be the value of x, it will be root over 2 into 5, that means 10 divided by 1000. Okay, so x root over 1 divided by 10, that means x equals to, the value of x will be 0.1. Okay, 0.1 meter. Okay, my dear students, this is the what is the compression? The compression of that spring is 0.1 meter. This is the answer. Okay, now we will solve another. Now I will show another equation. Here W equals to Fh, we know W equals to Fh, and we know F equals to, we know another formula, F equals to mg. Okay, so put this value W equals to mgh. Okay, so we have to remember the weight of that stone is a force and it's downward, and we have to apply an upward force equal to the weight of the stone if we want to lift. Okay, potential energy is stored in a stone of m, mass rising is raising, it is distance is h. What is amount of kinetic energy will be generated of a stone if it is released and comes down by distance h. So due to the conservation of energy, total of its potential energy will be transformed into kinetic energy, and we know the formula of kinetic energy is half mv square. Okay, so it will be half mv square equals to, we can write mgh. So from here we can write half v square equals to mgh. So m and m it will be cut, so v square equals to 2gs. This is the another formula. Okay, v square equals to 2gs, and my dear students, you have to memorize this formula. Okay, your today's SW number is 2, and all mathematical problems will be on SW. Do this SW and submit it on Saturday. My dear students, I hope all of you have understood our today's topic properly. Practice properly at home this mathematical problem and submit this SW regularly. See you again in the next class. Allah Hafiz.